Hey, it's Victor again with another video about schema and structured data. So previously I made a video introducing what this was, what we use it for, what you can use it for, and how to make sure that you've done it correctly. But now I want to get a little bit more specific for any of you going through these videos and actually implementing this on your own law firm's websites. So something that you might have thought of is, okay, so with these examples that, I've showed, Google actually provides you the specific code that you want to place on your website. You might have looked through this and you might have realized, okay, that makes it super easy because you don't need to be a coder, you don't need to be a web dev, you don't need to actually even know HTML to put this together if you are provided with a template, because at that point you just kind of read what's going on here and fill out the details. So you might have realized, well, hey, there's a lot of types of structured data, structured markups. There's different types of schemas that I can write into my website depending on what page I'm looking at. There's all sorts of different reasons why you might want to try different ones out. Depending on when you're watching this video, maybe there's a new one out there that you're really trying to use that you've seen a competitor using, and you're kind of stuck because Google doesn't really provide more than just this basic template. So it's worth noting that although they provide the specific code to get this type of, let me actually switch to local business markup. Although they provide this type of code to get it working, you can actually write your own code. You can add to this. You can add whole lots of different sections to this and actually have it all still work. So you're probably thinking, well, okay, what do I do if I'm stuck at that point and I don't have a web dev? Well, there is actually another thing that you can do. It's a bit of a trick that can really help out beginners out there, especially people trying to do this on their own. So you can essentially hijack what a competitor has done and actually see their specific code, use it as a template, switch it up, make it yours, and put it on your own law firm's website so that you can qualify for the exact same snippet or featured section that they're going for. So how do you do that? Again, very simple, using the Rich Results Task tool. So if you don't know how to get to this, just search up Rich Results Test, Google, and then it'll take you to this page here, search.google.com/test/rich-results, and then it'll take you to this page. Now this is really cool because let's use this example website here. Let's say you noticed a specific search result that has a really cool featured snippet. Let's say that you noticed something that this website has and you're trying to copy it. So you take the URL for that specific page and you literally just go to the Rich Results Test and drop it in. So let that run for a second. Alright, so it's done loading. And we can actually see detected items, different rich results, different eligible rich results, basically different markups that were inserted in here. So there's some very typical ones here, but the custom one that I put in here would be the local business markup. And this one does actually look a little bit different than the template that Google provides. So, and I didn't go too deep into this. Some marketers, they go a little bit overboard and really fill up the local business markup. Whether or not that makes a difference, I haven't seen very large or definitive movements from doing it. I would say from going more in depth than what I'm already doing here. But if you want to try it, if you have noticed a competitor that has a really nice looking local business markup or attorney markup, and you're just trying to copy what they have, just to see what you can do with the same markup. You can do this little test. You can run that. You can actually go over to view rendered HTML, and you just got to find, yeah, actually they make it really easy. If you even just click on this, it skips right to it. So at this point we can go in here, we see the beginning of the script here. And we can literally just grab that. Again, you can always cross-reference the template that Google provides. But at this point, you can literally see everything I've inserted in there manually. And I have typed things in here. I did not use any sort of automated plugin to create this. But there are some plugins out there. I would say it's always better to do this manually. And as you can see, it's not incredibly difficult, especially if you have a web dev that's working on your website. All of this stuff is pretty easy, but at this point you can essentially copy the exact code that I used to get that rich result eligible, and you can use that for really any competitor that you find out there, any sort of featured snippet that they have acquired. You can do this to kind of just hijack that and try to get it for your own. Now another thing, this obviously doesn't make you acquire the rich snippet, it just makes you eligible for it. So there's a big distinction there. If you're wondering how to get your blog post pages featured on specific searches that they're targeting, a lot of times you're going to want to be at least on page 1. And if you're towards the top of page 1, you should definitely go ahead and create some sort of a rich result, a section in here for structured markup for that given page, so that you can go ahead and take advantage of that real estate that Google can provide. Because if you don't go ahead and do this, and then Google would pretty much just prefer any competitor out there, like the next best page for that search result that does have this filled out, it's going to prefer to feature them because they have a lot more clear information going on behind their website. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried this already. I've definitely done this to a lot of law firm websites out there just to see what they're doing. Maybe more so just because I'm curious, but a lot of times I can actually see a lot of errors in here from what other people are doing. So it's just interesting to go ahead and look through this type of stuff, especially if you're trying to figure out what specific code they use to get that snippet. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you've got questions. If you're looking for more details on SEO and how to rank your law firm, how to get in the map pack rank specifically, head over to lawyergnb.com. That's where you can find more information as to how we rank lawyers in the map pack and on top of organic search results. So thanks for watching and have a great one.